did this, you did that, da, 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 da. I'm not gonna lie, we are not victims of cheating. Neither one of us has never cheated. We're not swingers. We're not doing that, and we don't do threesomes. And that was something that I wanted to show the community that, you know what, this ain't hubby. This is a husband. Hubby to me means you have a many hubbies. Every time I turn around, people got.
Mhm.
I like to judge, but if that's what you do, we are here to represent the key standards of marriage in the same sex and uplift them, hold them. Any other questions you want? I just was trying to
Okay,
give you a little. Mhm.
I understand. It's make perfectly great sense. Good sense to me. Now, Dante, it's you, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's Dante. Now, Dante, let me ask you this. Now, when you met this man, and you was all up in the club, doing your thing, dropping it like it was hot and tearing up the club,
Yes.
trying to do your thing. Now, what did you think of Jamal when you saw him come over there and start dancing with you?
I was actually nervous. Like I kept pushing him away. I was scared. I'm like, You ain't get. Oh no, you ain't getting with. No, you wasn't trying to burn me. So I'm like, so I was like, hold on. I had to really look at him, and I'm like, You think you like we? I I felt scared, but
Mhm.
I in my eyes, he looked at a beautiful. He's a beautiful man. Like I was scared, but at the same time, my heart was attached to his. But
Mhm.
I didn't know how to like come out with it. So I'm like, so I'm like,
He
well,
making me sweat.
so I'm like, well, so how like I lied to him and told him, I said, well, my sister said that she wants your number.
Mhm. Oh.
I really wanted it, but I didn't know how to say it from myself. So
Mhm.
every time I saw him, I was scared to ask for his number. I used to be like, well, she wants your number, but it was me who wanted his
Then you
number.
said, oh yeah, my sister said I should
Yeah,
get
I
your
was
number. I
like,
said, I know
my
it all
sister
the
said she wants your number.
time.
So were
And
you? So were you guys in a gay club or just an open club
we
where
was at a
everybody?
we was at a gay bar.
At that,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Now, one quick question I want to ask you, Dante. What did you think? Now, I can tell that the chemistry between the two of you are really good. I can see that. I can see that energy and that light. Two questions I want to ask that I think our audience would be really interested in hearing about. What did you think after your first encounter with Jamal? As how did you feel? Did you think, I think there's something different here than the usual gay hookups? You know how we do things, and
Mhm.
and it just, and we walking out of people's place in the early morning in the bright sunlight and the walk of shame, or what they call it. Now,
Right.
how did you feel after your first night? You don't have to get intimate, but just tell us, what did you feel after you and Jamal had, let's just say, consummated your marriage?
Well, the the first time, like I was scared. I felt scared because I've been hurt so many times, so I wasn't just going like just zoom right into something. But
Hmm.
I felt like I felt free, and the way how he made me feel, it was like
Hmm.
I don't want to jump into something. I want to feel like I don't want to be hurt by anybody no more,
Hmm.
because a lot of times I was, but I had to realize, I had to open up my eyes and say, he's not going to hurt me.
Okay. Now, one other quick question. Like I said, I see the chemistry between the two of you. Now,
Mm.
what did you think when Jamal told you he had 9 children?
When he told me that, it made me feel a type of way, because I tried to have a child. My baby died. So, and I didn't think that he really had any kids. I thought it was just him. But
Mhm.
at the same time, I loved him for anything. Like, I love his kid, but it hurted me, but I had to live through it.
Now, I don't want to get into we'll do that in another segment of the show when we actually get the program on what we're trying to work on. We'll come back to you down the road where maybe we'll bring you in and we'll try to see if we can talk to the family. Right now, we're just getting the connection. Now, let's talk about pride. Let's talk about pride. Now, Jamal,
Yes.
you with a family of 9 children, do any of your children identify as gay, bisexual, or pansexual or whatever?
You talking about how do they label me?
No. Right now, any of your children that you have, do they identify in any way other than heterosexual?
Yes. I have kids that are into the lifestyle, whatever else. Are they
Okay.
fully comfortable with it yet? On the confidentiality, they're not comfortable with it, but we have talked.
Okay, wonderful. Now, Dante, you and Jamal, what are you looking? Have you guys already had your Pride Parade?
No, we're actually, like I said, we're new to North Carolina.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's
So
like,
Pride is coming up there.
okay,
Mhm.
yeah. So to be truthful, I was talking to somebody at work. They supposed to be like getting me some details because we're networking, trying to find out. Now Pittsburgh, I was affiliated with more of like knowing what was going on because we had lived there and we was there for so long.
Mhm.
So like we're trying to find out things. And see, I like to try to find things about the events. The events is what captures me. And then I like to actually, I want to know, do people know what Pride is really about? You know what I mean?
Well, this
And
is something that's
my
being
opinion, my opinion,
Mhm.
I think that they do. I don't believe, and it's just my opinion, and sometimes some people like what I got to say, and then sometimes they don't like what I got to say. You know what I mean? Because I just don't think everybody when they show up is for pride. You know what I mean? That day, yes, it's ours, but do you know what pride stands for? It's our rights. It's everything. You know what I'm saying? It's so that we can be who we are. It's so that we can stand on who we are and keep it there and get it ready for the up and coming generations of the females, of the guys or whatever else. And so they can show and exploit who they are. It's not for hooking up and this and this, not all of that. I mean, I don't, if you find you somebody good, but my thing is, I think that everybody should have something ready for pride. I mean, I thank God for pride, you know what I'm saying? I
Mhm.
really do.
Now, not to cut you off. Now, I want to just talk about something. You, Jamal, you guys have a fascinating story that could actually be a television documentary. But right now, I'm going to since we're talking about pride, and Dante, you're much younger than Jamal, even though he looks very young. I would have never guessed you were 50 years old. Now, I know as young people, do you watch RuPaul's Drag Race, Dante?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you don't have to go in total details. What do you think of the show? Now, before you tell me what you think of the show, the old school drag. Remember what you're used to seeing compared to what RuPaul is now doing. What do you think?
Well, see, sometimes when I watch it, sometimes I want to go in the mirror and try to make myself look. And I never knew, my age, I I really didn't know what pride really was. That was like until I had to go to it and really open up my eyes and be like, oh, this is what it's about. And I left it because it made me feel like, okay, well, I could just be myself then. It's that
Mhm.
yes, it took me a minute to understand what I really wanted to be.
Mhm.
And it made me feel good. like I never like being this type of way. I love seeing drag now because I think they is so beautiful the way how they look. And every time I watch it, it makes me smile.
Mhm.
I love it.
Now, I'm going to ask you guys something now that I think has been the topic on a lot of TikTok. I see this a lot coming from gay men who are seeking relationships within the gay community. And this masculinity and this feminine thing keeps coming up. And it's the gay men saying to other gay